As this one is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
On the ready. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Blue dark workers. Blue dark workers. What happened?
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He'll buy some time right, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
64, weak.
6-man. Check now. Check curls. Check 13. Check 13.
Ready, go.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Echo. I'm coming. I'm coming. Go, go. Flat, flat.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Check, check. Lucky.
Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go deep. Back over. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. 90. Wolf.
Come on, let's go.
Exit.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. Ricker. Mike 7. Mike 7.
Ready.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Cut up.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
All day. Go.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
It's a party now. Ready.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
Yeah, I got you.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
50 to Mike. 66. Bullet. Stand go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Set. Ready. Let's go. 60 outlaw. Single.
Watch 80.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence, his second sack of the night. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
He'll wind up losing. Losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
3 bud.
On second down now. It's Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
47. Undercut.
Mike, check.
66. Bullet. Half.
26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. Maher was 6 of 7 from 50-plus as a 29-year-old rookie, including a Cowboy record 62-yarder, and he's able to knock this one through from distance as well.
Remember, 4 years in Canada, kicked in all kinds of conditions, gives a guy a lot of confidence coming to the NFL.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready. 50. Plant. 50. What we got? Bravo! Mike's 50. Man, that's trash.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go, here we go. Quick the edge, quick the edge. Go, go. Hopper. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, check. 59.
Throwing, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. Third down here.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Joker.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, he's just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Rolling to his right. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Chopper! Yes! Banjo! Zoom, fellas, let's go! Hey,
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
They can't hang with us. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
And let's pin the mirror.
Ready, go.
2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go.
Ready, go. No. Squeeze, squeeze, get in there. Orbit. Track.
He'll drop to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Kill. Rip right. Watch twist. 26.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay,
you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. 22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Move. 4 down. Box track. Mike 5. Let him know. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. That's to McCaffrey, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
On the double. 5, go. You got enough. Grace don't travel. Go. I got you, son. Go.
Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And now here we go. We own them.
Gun. I got you. Mike 96. Kill. Set the tone.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike 96. Watch the screen. We're going to 53. Hey, check 24. Check 26.
Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go, 47. Mike 96. Get that quarterback, D. We're going to 54. Why in? D-line, get that quarterback. Back. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Alert 3. We're going to 54. Why in? 26.
10th carry now for Elliott.
Go. Just run. They're running.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They'll roll him out right, and that's Elliott, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. Check, 59. Quarterback. Here we go, 47.
We begin.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
Go to 54, go to 54, line.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, kill.
Mike 96, Mike 96.
To throw is Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. From the pistol, here's Elliott. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the secrets.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. They're going to look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Set, ready. 60 out wide.
And what's the ball? Shift.
Fan. Now. Switch. Charlie, switch.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game.
Lock it. Get that ball. He's coming. Go. Go. Smoke.
Mike 7. Mike 7.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Go.
Back to throw here. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think we've seen this before.
Good job.
Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, It's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And take it right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Our time. It's our time.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go.
Mike is 59. Mike the 50.
Here we go. Going to 53.
Here we go.
26.
On 2nd and 12. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, hey.
Check. 59.
Watch the run. Watch.
Kill.
Switch.
26.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Mike's 59.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. 126.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, now this from 43. The kick by Marr is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Second down in inches. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
66. Bullet high.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Panthers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? Chopper! Chopper! Mike 7! You get that up?
Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Go! Echo! Mike 7! Ready!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, here I come!
Hey, kill! 47.
64. Weak. No. Fresno. Check 52. Shoot.
26.
And nowhere to fit that football. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Mike to 59. Kill.
Here we go, kill.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Pollard going to try the right side. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
Exit. 22 Jet Bombers. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Ready, go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. And the pressure gets to him again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 48.
We're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
26.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We're going to 54. Why ain't?
QB drop. Slam. Check 9, check 3.
26.
They go to Elliott again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
There we go. Oh.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Panthers nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know what you need. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 13. They'll buy some time right. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like when I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this